Hey, what's up? This is me, Robert. Welcome to another episode. Should I say this is a special episode of Eat, Sleep, Play, Talk, Rest, and Repeat. And the game I'm playing right now is Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. It's for the PS4, and I'm playing a rank play, Capture the Flag. Um, oh my God. I just found out that CM Punk had to sign with the UFC for 2015. As you can tell, I'm hella happy right now. I'm a big fan of UFC, and I'm a big fan of CM Punk. When I find out about that, I find out about when CM Punk is signed with UFC. Oh my god, I'm hella happy right now. It's so many ideas, so many dream match I want to see. Now, the only thing that CM Punk didn't mention is which division he want to go to, but he did talk about he want to dip his toe in the middleweight, which that fit for CM Punk. But I can see him wrestle in the light heavyweight division or middleweight, or he can go down to welterweight. But middleweight is perfect for CM Punk. He could cut down a lot of tons of weight, but he could fit right on in. And plus, CM Punk is a big fan of MMA. He been training in MMA. I think with the Gracie MMA. I think right along Batista, but he have trained there for a long time. And this is hella awesome. I know other people might be upset because we didn't see CM Punk in WWE, but him in the UFC, there's so many opportunity for CM Punk. I mean, we could see him fight against the best fighter. And my dream match I would love to see is CM Punk versus Anderson Silva. I will pay all my money just to watch that fight. That's a big fan of Anderson Silva and CM Punk. That's a match made in heaven. I mean, the two best fighter in the world, best pro wrestler versus best pro fighter facing each other. I would love to see that 5 round, hands down. I don't care whether the fight is in Chicago or Brazil. I don't care. I will pay to see that fight. But let's be all realistic. It would take a lot of time to see CM Punk to get to that main level. Now, he'll be the second WWE star who went from pro wrestling to UFC. The first guy that did it was Brock Lesnar, and him, it was a successful story. Now his first fight with Frank Mir wasn't that great, even though he did lose to Frank Mir with the when he had to tap out to him when Frank Mir gave him a knee bar lock. But Brock Lesnar came back, beating a lot of guys, including Randy Couture. In a short fight, he become the UFC World Heavyweight Champion. Went back, demolished Frank Mir in a rematch for the UFC 100. And then, unfortunately, he lost to Canelo Alvarez in the first one TKO. And then he loses again to Alistair Overeem. But to this day on, they consider him as a UFC legend, and wish that's kind of a bit much. And they did promote him for the EA UFC for the UFC Legend add-on content. But for CM Punk, I can see lots of great things for CM Punk. I can see him being in tons of great matches with lots of great matchups. I can see him against Chris Weidman. I can see him fight, tons of great UFC middleweight divisions. And if he can pull some strings of wins, bet my money that CM Punk will face a UFC champion or middleweight champion, whoever held the title. Either it's Vitor Belfort, Chris Weidman, hell, even Nick Diaz, or even Anderson Silva. Whoever held the belt and CM Punk fight him, I will gladly pay my money to see that fight. And plus, CM Punk, and plus, UFC could put in a lot of numbers, just like what Brock Lesnar did. And he was a second highest rate buyers than anybody else in history, if I can remember. Because when Brock Lesnar stepped in the scene, not only he boosted the UFC pay-per-view, but he bring back the heavyweight division back to alive. I mean, back in the day when you watch UFC, mostly they talk about light heavyweight, middleweight, welterweight. That's the only division they showcase because heavyweight didn't get that much hype during that time. When Brock Lesnar stepped in the scene, the heavyweight division was alive again. People who take notice, and plus everybody pay the money to see Brock Lesnar win and dominate it, and that's what they consider him as the badass. I'm sorry I talk fast. I know that I usually talk slow down, for the video, but when I heard this new breakdown, I got excited. I'm a big CM Punk fan. Don't. I'm sorry. I'm a big CM Punk fan. I'm a huge UFC fan, or should I say MMA fan. If we put them two together, oh, just perfect. Just perfect fitting together. And and what do I see from CM Punk? His first debut match, I don't know when, but it will be 2015. And my best bet, it would have to be somewhere in spring or close to summer, because I know the UFC have a stack of events there to go to. I know Anderson Silva versus Nick Diaz. That's the fight I will really look forward to. I'm at tons of fight. And plus, I would love to see CM Punk, dip his toe in the light heavyweight, because I know he's somewhere in the 205 or somewhere in that division, or a little bit less. But if he dips his toe in the light heavyweight, I think the sky's the limit, and I would love to see him to face John Bone Jones. That will be another classic match. Or he go down even further. He would go down to welterweight and fight guys like Robbie Lawler, Matt Brown, Johnny Hinrich, or even GSP. That will boost the the pay-per-view sales. It will draw more UFC fans or MMA fans, and plus it will draw even more CM Punk fans as well. And this is huge for MMA world. Now, of course, you're gonna have some bunch of WWE walkers who will be pissed off about it, because a lot of WWE fans want to see CM Punk come back to wrestle. Every time you watch AJ Lee match, they've been chanting CM Punk name over and over and over again, and they really want CM Punk come back to WWE. They even they even put out Best in the World documentary for WWE Network, just to I guess to try to bring back CM Punk. But I guess CM Punk look happy. I know CM Punk and Dana White have talked about being in the UFC, and CM Punk fulfilled his dream to be in the octagon to fight the best of the best in the division, either a light heavyweight, middleweight, welterweight, or any division. I know the CM Punk fans will support him. I know MMA fans will support him, or may look at him differently. Of course, it was split 50-50. I try to be more realistic. Me, as the MMA fan, the guy who watched World Series of Fighting, Bellator, MMA, UFC, Pride, Strikeforce, WEC, I will support this man. I will root for this man at the top of my lung. Whether I watch it on a UFC Fight Pass on my tablet, or watching it on the internet to watch a pay-per-view. I should say that. Or pay-per-view on cable box. Yeah, pay-per-view cable box. Uh, it just blow my mind to see CM Punk, being in UFC. And plus, I know Brock Lesnar opened the doors for pro wrestler to go into MMA, because when Brock Lesnar did it, Bobby Lashley did it, and he had a successful run. And I know CM Punk will have a successful run as well. Will he go undefeated? That'd be a little bit too much. Will he become the champion in short time just like Brock Lesnar? I would say give it some times. I know my mind going crazy. Seeing CM Punk come out as a UFC champion in any division, but but in a more realistic way, we have to take one fight at a time. We don't know who his opponent will be. We don't know what division he will be in. It just it's a waiting game. We will have to wait and see in the near future. Only thing we know is he signed a multi-deal fight. I don't know how many fight there will be. I hope be more than at least 6 or 7. To see where the fight is gonna be, but it'll be like 7 fights. Um, oh my God, I'm just happy. I never been so happy since Brock Lesnar won the UFC title. But CM Punk, or should I say Phil Brooks, as a man, he'll be a legend. I mean, hands down. If nowadays he'll become the WWE champion, in the pro wrestling career and to become the UFC champion in the MMA career, I think he'll be a legit badass along with Brock Lesnar, and I think it will open it will I think it will open more doors for not only WWE stars but wrestling around the world. And this will be great. And this is great news for wrestling fans. This is great news for MMA fans. I think it's great news for everybody. And I just can't wait to see Phil Brooks step in the octagon and knock these motherfuckers out. Or make somebody tap out. Whoever it is, I can't wait to see it before the bell rung, the walkout. I just can't wait to see him. And I'm just hella happy right now. well, well, that's my topic about CM Punk. Leave a feedback. Give your thoughts about CM Punk in the UFC. Do you think he will succeed? Do you think he will, not succeed? Give me your feedback. Give me your thoughts. Leave a like button while I continue playing this Call of Duty, Advanced Warfare. Play this Capture Your Flag, and as I destroy them and put these other team to sleep. Well,